They don't think you could do it, but tell you to try when they talk. All I hope had to keep it alive. Spend a day in the Bronx, but you wouldn't survive. Can be low when I pop out, they know I've arrived. I go have conversations with Zoe. He gon' tell me pull up and come say what you know. I've been up, I can count all them days in a row. We don't say what we do, we be making the show. They say I'll be
the voice of the Bronx. We have Bronx Slam with the guys that are out here. Can I get a yeah?
Leave them all right where they at. Try to diss me, I bet I don't even react. Put a show on, I bet you somebody gon' I pick me a book up and drink me some water, invest in the stock. All them kids on me back.
Alright, peace and love, world. Welcome to another episode of Conversation with Zoe. We are here with the Bronx legend, Oun-P.
Appreciate that,
Oun-Pacino.
Hell yeah, we here
Bronx
now,
legend,
bro.
Cortland Nav.
Definitely.
Rap artist, battle
Right.
rap legend. What's good, big bro?
Yo, good to see you, bro. You know that, hell yeah.
We grew up very close to each other.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? We know a lot of the same people. Shout out to my man Fats.
Yeah, shouts to talent, man. Facts.
Talented
What's up,
producer,
bro?
Shout out to the yards. All the
Definitely
people out there,
yards.
man.
That's like a second home. That's like a second home
You know
for
what
me,
I'm
man.
saying?
Shouts to everybody in the yards,
or
man.
no way, you heard?
Facts.
So this episode is sponsored by Gabriel's Beloved. So we got a gift for you.
Appreciate that,
That's
man.
for you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
From the
Thank
guy. So we're gonna get right into it, man. Sometimes I play broke just to see who's here to stay.
You be doing your work. You ain't playing,
I gotta
though.
do
You
it.
serious.
I'm gonna get you there.
You know what it is? It's just, like, what made me come up with that line, bro, was just like, when you got it, everybody want to be around.
Yeah.
Like, nobody say no when you got it. Everybody want to come around, every party, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, you just want to sit back and just say, like, yo, let me see who's really, really here. You know what I mean? Like, who's here for me?
Yeah.
Besides that, if I was to go broke right now, who would still pull up to this function, or who would still pull up to the crib, or if I tell somebody I got a show or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I did try that, you see the entourage got less, less. You know what I mean? And it ended up showing me who was who.
Yeah.
So after I seen who was who, I'm like, oh nah, this gotta go in the rhyme. You know what I mean? And it just fit perfect at that time, because I really sat back to see who was gonna be there when times get rough. And that's who who really down for you. You know what I mean? For real.
Absolutely. Had to get you warmed up a little.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is hip hop without New York rap?
There's no hip hop without New York rap.
Yeah.
Hip hop was made here. Hip hop was made in the Bronx.
Yes, sir.
To be technical.
Yes.
So without New York, nobody else would have knew about hip hop.
Yeah.
Shout outs to all the pioneers too, because I'm cool with a few of them. Shout outs to Cass. Shout outs to Melly Mel. You see he was on Quest album. These are pioneers that paved the way for us.
Yes.
And without them, we would not have this. I pay my bills off music.
Yeah.
I ain't work a job since 2005.
Wow.
So without the pioneers of hip hop, being from New York and making this happen for us, I would have not been able to do. I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd probably be in the streets going crazy.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know what I mean? Or I might be in the NBA. Who knows?
Yeah.
But without New York is where it was created. So you gotta always pay homage to where it happened at, man, first. So any state you from and you made it, or even if you coming up and ain't make it yet, always pay homage to where the culture started at.
Absolutely. What does the Bronx mean to you?
The Bronx is everything to me. The Bronx is where I learned everything. The Bronx is where I was born. The Bronx is where I'm at now. Like, the Bronx is me. I can go anywhere in the Bronx and get love. Like, it could be tension with people that don't like my block and all that. I can go anywhere and be loved. It don't matter. So, like, being from the Bronx and me repping that, and they know that I've repped it, and I rep it hard anywhere that I go, and they see that.
Yeah.
Like, and then the people show me love. I love the Bronx. I go anywhere, any block, Fordham, 3rd. Where you want to go to Kingsbridge, you want to go to High Bridge, anywhere in the Bronx, they love me. So I'm always gonna show that love back, and that's why I rep it so hard. So the Bronx taught me everything I know. Everything I know. I sold my first drug here. I hit my first girl here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, down to everything. Everything I did was in the Bronx. Every school I went to was in the Bronx. The Bronx is everything to me.
What does Cortland mean to you?
Oh my God, Cortland that's deeper.
Yeah.
Cortland is that's my roots right there. Like that's where I really learned everything at. Like that's what taught me to be a man, being out there, being around all the different type of people, all of the hustlers, the ball players, the shooters, down to everybody, like, you know what I mean? And they all got love for Oun, and they all taught me different aspects of life and showed me things that I should be doing and showed me things that I should not be doing. And I learned all that growing up on Cortland Avenue. And shout outs to everybody from the OGs down to the little bros, because, you know, I still learn from them. Even the little bros, you know what I'm saying? I still learn from them every time I go off the block and kick it with them or something, you know what I mean? I still take in from them, and they take in from me. But I learned everything I know from Cortland Avenue. Shout outs to Cortland Avenue. That's the hometown.
What's your opinion on Bronx Drill?
Bronx Drill, I don't knock Bronx Drill. At the end of the day, the young boys is doing what they doing. They making a way for themselves. They feeding their family. My young boys got deals. Like, they doing real good for themselves, you know what I mean? But, like, that's not the type of music that I listen to. But I don't knock my young bros for doing what they do. They made a way. That's the life they really live. They not playing on them records, you know what I mean? But that's why I don't never knock that. And they found a way with telling their truth, just like I tell my truths on my records, but it's just a different type of truth. You know what I mean? These days it's a little different now. But I don't knock drill music. I don't make drill music. You know what I mean? And I barely listen to drill music. But I respect the drill music, and I respect the culture, and all the little bros that are doing drill music. Just be safe out there, you know, and just know what you're dealing with. And when you saying this stuff in these records, just know, like, that shit could come back to you, bro. You know what I mean? Just be safe out there. And that's what I preach to my little bros. But get your money, my man.
Yeah. I was just talking to my man Trey about this, that people sometimes don't realize that a short-term decision could have long-term consequences.
Of course it can. And that goes with not even just that. That goes with anything in life. Yeah. Like that one piece of pussy that you got could mess up that family that you had for mad years. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't just drill music that decision could mess up your life on. So you just got to know what you're doing and know what you're saying, because your words is real. And sometimes you say things that you can't take back, and you got to be mindful of that.
You got to be mindful of that. So how was your childhood?
My childhood was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I grew up with both parents in the household to a certain extent till I got a little older and they split up. But for the most part, I had both parents in the crib. You know, it wasn't all the best, but it wasn't all the worst, and I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? And, like, my parents was like parents for my friends too. Yeah. Coming up, like, my crib was always the crib. Like, my friends could come spend the night, you know what I mean? Like, it was always good. And shout outs, rest in peace to my moms, and shout outs to my pops. And they always took a liking and show love to my friends and show love to me, you know. They was a little rough for me. Like, my mom, she was a little rough for me, but I understand why she did what she did, and that's why I am the way I am. That's why my little brother is the way that he is coming up. So I was good though. I had a big family, bro. Like, I have real family, blood family in every building in the projects. Wow. So my family was deep out there. You know what I mean? So, like, parents is big on how you come up, and I'm happy that I'm blessed to have mines in the crib till 2005. 2005, I was 21 when they split up, so I was already grown, and they did their part as far as
raising,
bringing me up. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout outs to my pops too.
So, how did you end up going to school in Virginia?
Easy. This is how this happened. I was in Smith High School. I was playing ball and all that. Then I used to always do good in school when it's basketball time. Yeah. And then once the season over, school's over.
School. Yeah, school's over.
Exactly. And then I ended up getting my first daughter mom's pregnant. So then, you know, I was just like, I was lost. Like, I didn't really know what to do. Then I ended up
You were in high school in this time?
Yeah, I was in. That's when I was on the verge of leaving Smith. Then I went to Clinton for like a half a semester. And then my baby mom, soon as my daughter was born, they moved to South Carolina. So now I'm really lost. Like, damn, she was just born 2 months ago and you gone? Like, so to get my mind right, I'm like, I think I just got to leave New York and see something different. Mm-hmm. So, you know, my mom's called my aunt, and then, you know, they enrolled me in school down there. And that actually helped with the situation and opened my eyes. Like, what are you stressing out? Like, this world is big. Like, you know how much new people that I met back then that I'm still cool with to this day right now? Mm-hmm. And it's like, everything happened for a reason. Now, if that wouldn't have happened and everything was peaches and cream right now, I wouldn't have been down there and met all the good people that I met in VA.
Yeah.
And mind you, when I left VA, I came back and met my wife now. So
All right.
that would have not happened.
That wouldn't happen.
And then we had 3 more children. You know what I mean? So I look at it like everything happened for a reason. But I moved down there just to get a clearer head and finish up school.
That's important. That's
Right.
great. I was looking stuff up. I'm like, oh, look.
Yeah, you
Boom
know, I'm
was
gonna
in-
tell you the real.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. How old were you when you lost your mom?
When my mom's passed was 2016. So I was like 32.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
31.
So not that long. About 7 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
my
facts.
dad
it'll
makes
be,
8
it'll be
years.
7 years on March 5th.
Yeah, my dad's 8 years on February 15th.
Oh, for real? Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
Word. My
Yeah, I was
condolences.
22.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely took a toll on me though, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, the whole family, cause my mom's just like the rock of the family.
Yeah, the rock
Like
of
I
the
told
family.
you, like even when I was kids, how my friends could come over. Even when I was grown, still living with her, my house was the house.
Yeah.
You could knock on my door at 3 a.m, 4 a.m, it's lit.
Yeah.
And then like to see that stop, and then now I move with my wife, and now it's like normal, everybody in bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Like I had to reprogram myself after that. But yeah, facts.
So, first battle rap you ever witnessed? You ever watched or witnessed?
Damn, I don't even know. I ain't gonna lie. First battle rap that I ever seen. That's too deep.
What would you say is your most memorable one that you've ever seen?
The most memorable battle rap that I seen. I'm trying to think when I started, so I could. Like when I started, that's when I was battling against Cypress and all that. Shout outs to Streets, shout outs to Joe Light and all of them. I was battling them. So it had to be like around that time. And I say like when Shells and them was out battling and all that. Like those were some of the first real battlers that I seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Word.
Got you. So let's talk about Team Uwe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Legend.
That was big for the streets. That was big for the
big. So
streets.
how'd you start that?
Shout outs to my bro Sonny. Shout outs to Al. Shout outs to Doggy. That's like my partners in Uwe.
Yes.
So the thing was, they was behind me with the music. Like anything I wanted to do, they made sure that it was done. You know what I mean? Studio time, or I want to be on the radio. Like they had that covered.
Mm-hmm.
But we was just thinking of a way to get the brand out in the streets, to get that real hood love where they know the name.
Yes.
And we like, what other way than basketball to do it?
Yes.
So they ended up putting the team in the tournament on 145th Street at first.
Yes.
And then to see how big that was, they was like, wow, like that's crazy. The love we was getting, like it was like that. From being what's Uwe to we know what's Uwe, we know who's Uwe. And then they like, let's grow now. Now we went to Dyckman.
Yeah.
That's self-explanatory. We had people in trees. We had the first basket.
That's a
Word.
fact.
We had
That's
the
a
first basketball game in a regular public park that you needed a ticket to go see the game.
Wow.
That was crazy right there. Like that still never been done since then. That was
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
You know, so then like the buzz was crazy. I'm all through Dyckman. Anywhere in the streets, it was just
Yeah.
they start knowing me for the basketball more than the music.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, I'll take it. Well, however you know, long as
I
you
definitely
know.
want to say good looks, because I think the day KD was there and I was outside the gate.
Right.
I said, yo, Zo.
Come on in. Come
you know what
on
I'm saying?
in. You
So,
know how we do,
You know,
Zo.
got to use that Oun-P card.
Yes,
one
yes,
time, you know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
for sure.
Don't listen when it's necessary, guys. I'm not saying use it all the time. But
Yeah,
that
but
day,
come on, you know that.
you know,
I got you, Zo.
Because it wasn't like internet news at the time. It was like
it was no.
like somebody
social
told
media
you.
wasn't crazy like
It wasn't
that.
crazy like
you
that,
Had to,
so
if you knew, you knew.
if you knew, you
like
knew.
everybody say that now, but it was the real. If you know back then. Ain't no DM me or. It was barely cell phones like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you had to just know, you had to be connected. But the way that the park was looking was just crazy to me. Like, I never seen nothing like that. Like,
Dudes climbing up the gate.
climbing up the gate, they in trees, they on the roof. I was just looking around like, for us?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then we took it over to Rucker.
Yeah.
And I used to go to Rucker, like, when I was a little younger. Because I used to chill with my man Bez and Polar Grounds right across the street. So we used to go get online. And then now we went to Rucker. We got 3 championships in Rucker.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, so to be there watching Fat Joe and them, and then that's just turned to us. Crazy. So, and it definitely helps. So to sum it all up, we wanted to get a buzz in the streets. So
Yes.
we're like, let's go hard with the basketball because they see Uwe shirts everywhere. You got to know who we are, and it really worked to this day.
So going back to battle rap, how does it feel to be out there?
As far as what?
Like when you're competing, you know, like when it's you battling somebody, how does it feel to be out there?
That's an adrenaline rush, bro, and I love it. Like sometimes I fall back from it because it's a lot though with battling. Like, and then now it's like a business. See, where I come from, the battle I come from is where somebody hit you up, your own son over here talking crazy. Yo, I got money on you. Pull up. We'll pull up right on a block and go crazy. But then to see how it formed into like now it's a business. People getting hundreds of thousands right now for battles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like to see where battle rap went from when I seen it first start to where it's at now, it's crazy, yo. And I couldn't even believe it. Like battle rap, that's still the highest check I ever got when I battled Charlie Clips. The highest check I ever got in my life was from battle rap.
Wow. Oh, that's
Word. Shout outs to Smack. Shout outs to everybody, man.
So while being out there, you never did it, but you ever think of snuffing somebody?
What, in the battle?
Yeah.
You know why I don't? Because, like, whatever they say, I know I'm saying 20 times worse.
Okay.
So it's like,
I feel that.
how can I get mad at him violating what he's saying and knowing I'm going to do 10 times worse?
I hear that.
So it's like look at the Charlie Clips battle. Like, when I battled him, I ended up saying something about his grandmother. You know what I mean? Like, and at the time, it was just like, I wasn't even thinking. I'm like, I'm just going to win this battle, Noseball. Even though a few years down the line, like a year after that, like, not too long ago from now, I called him and, you know, apologized to him. Like, yo, you know what? I was wrong. Like, I ain't really need to do all that. And I had the battle in the bag already. Like, I was just being extra, but I called him and he understood. Shout outs to Charlie Clips, man. Good dude right there, for real.
Absolutely. So without giving too much away, how do you do your homework on your opponent?
You just watch them. Go back, watch their battles, see who they lost to, see who they beat, see the type of things that the person they win against exposed already, so you don't be saying the same thing. And, you know, the rest will come to you. Sometimes you could be battling, like once you announce you battling somebody, people from their hood will start DMing you dirt on them without them knowing. No, it happens.
Oh,
it happens, trust me. Even though I ain't use it, because we in Clips knew each other like that, so I ain't really want to go there and all that. But I just used the basics that people knew, like his pops being a snitch. Like, no, that was already out there, but the way I say it is a little, it hurt a little more, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, but what? You got to do your homework because they going to do their homework on you. So you better have ammo.
Absolutely. So this is a quote from the Flex interview when you had the olive on. Starving make you want to do your connect dirty.
Right.
And I feel like right now, the wolves is outside, you know, like PPP is over.
Feel like they are outside.
Unemployment's, you know, dried up.
It's quiet.
It's quiet.
They hungry.
And, you know.
But like where I said that from experience.
Yes.
I said that from somebody giving me some work and me knowing, like, you're not getting nothing back off this, fam. You know what I mean? Like, but now, like, I was younger back then, but now I know, like, you don't do that.
Yes.
But back then, I ain't got $1 in my pocket and you just giving me some shit. You was deaded, my G.
Yeah.
Facts. You know what I mean? Like that's what made me, that's where that bar came from. And it's a whole lot of people that do that to this day. But I just had to learn from that. And, you know, like even down to this day, even though I don't indulge in that type of stuff, but I know to make sure they good. Because they the one looking out for you. They ain't have to give you that.
True.
You know, but
on the arm.
My younger age, I was just like, man, that's mine. Sorry.
I'm true to this. I've been doing this. I'm not new to this. I had balls.
I was in my mom's uterus. You know, that came from just me rapping since I was young. Not obviously not that young, but it was just
might as well have been that.
Yeah,
long.
like that's exactly what I was saying. Like I've been rapping since damn near 9 years old. I performed at Apollo. You know what I mean? Even though I wasn't writing my own raps, my pops was writing my raps at that time. But I've been in the light and seen how it feel, like how that limelight feel. I started writing my own raps in '97. That was the whole Bad Boy. The Locks. I'm listening to the Locks first album. And shout outs to my man Bez, the one that I told you that lived in Polo Grounds. Me and him started writing raps together, listening to the Locks album, writing raps. I was dirt though, you know what I mean? But that's what really started my pen game. And then, you know, battling in school and all that. And then you get 8, and then now I want to come back with harder rhymes. And it just shaped me to be on it.
To be on it.
Word.
Being by yourself is a part of life when you grown. You ever realize you was looking
out for the wrong
niggas? Fans used to show me more love than my own niggas.
To this day.
To this day.
To this day.
To this day.
Fans go crazy. Fans really bug out when they see me in the street. Like, and I'll be mad a lot that I don't be having that on camera. Cause like if people see that, you won't even believe it. Like, cause and being around me, you won't even think that I'm like if you don't know I rap and you around me, I would never bring up that I rap. Like you would have to. The way you gonna find out is when we go outside, we walking, and you got to take a picture for a fan. Yeah. They gonna be like, what the hell this nigga do? But the fans, when they see me, they embrace me at a high level because they listen to the lyrics and they might have felt something that I said or been through something that I said. And a lot of things that I say on my raps, a lot of people been through.
Yeah, they feel it.
You know what I mean?
I feel like sometimes you the voice of the people with no voice.
Exactly. And they embrace that. And they really show me love and respect, and I appreciate that. Shout outs to all the fans that see me and show love. You know, that's real. I like that make my day, for real.
No, that's a beautiful thing. Even more after they see this interview.
Definitely, for sure. Just know that I acknowledge y'all, and I appreciate it.
How it feels to be sitting on a stand, snitching on your mans, fidgeting with your hands, looking in your crowd, your pops look mad.
Yeah,
and niggas
walking out because the block looked bad. You know, my hood got 3 indictments. The feds came 3 times to my block. You know what I mean? And, you know, throughout those indictments, some niggas stood tall, some niggas folded. And a lot of the niggas that folded was the so-called niggas that was the realest ones.
Yeah.
And the niggas that wasn't the realest ones did their time and came home. And that's just like, why you wanna show an image and be this tough guy knowing you can't hold the water when that shit come back to you? And it's like they looking at you crazy. You don't understand, my man, and you just was shooting at mad people. Like, how that look?
Yeah.
Like, and then your pops looking at you like, I done raised a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Your mans in the crowd that used to respect you for the work you put in, now they see that, you would never have respect again.
Never.
And that just took a toll on me to where I had to really say that in the song. I know a lot of people don't know how to express it the way I did, but I knew I was the one that had to come to the table and say that.
Mm-hmm. Nah, trust me, we were supposed to do this a little. And it's God's timing.
Facts.
God, you know.
You're right.
So when I was like, yo, and especially with everything going on now,
right?
Every other day they talking about something.
Now
you know,
snitching is like
it's like
that shit is normal like, now. Like niggas go right back to their block after they snitch.
Right.
I'm not from that era.
No, not at all.
Hell no.
You really want to see a nigga's history when you could have stayed shut and left it all a mystery. Why you want to send your man away? Yeah.
Especially when he ain't send you away. He could have did that to you.
Yeah.
And some people, like when they find out you snitching, some people will go back and be like, you know what? He snitching on me. I'm gonna snitch on him. They ain't even do that.
They ain't even do it.
They was just like, all right, it is what it is. I'm gonna go hold mines down. Because they know when they come home, they could go anywhere they want with their head up high.
Their head up high.
Facts. Like, come on, you don't do that.
How I'm supposed to lighten up when there's a dark cloud over the hood?
You know, my block used to be a cemetery before the projects was there.
Wow.
So we always look at it like, damn, if it ain't one thing, there's another over there. You know what I mean? So like, no matter how good it seemed to be going, something always happened and crushed the whole situation. So it's just like how you really supposed to let your guards down when you know sooner or later something gonna happen. That's how it goes. And that's exactly what that meant.
That's a fact. I got bars too.
Let me hear something.
I got you. Right? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Gordy from the Bronx.
Oh.
Be having ninjas shook.
Talk to him.
If you don't know,
right,
then you better read a book.
Oh my God.
You know I'm outside in my phone and take a look.
Let's go.
You know how I got it?
How you got it?
I just call me a jux.
Oh shit.
Gotta pay the bills, so I gotta write these hooks.
You know I'm going after you, right? You know I'm going after you, right? You know I feel like you wanted to battle me, right?
Listen, show me what you got.
Once I put my mind on my money, I got it up. You know why you don't see my money? I got it tucked. I don't need no new friends. I got enough. The last one we let in the circle was wired up. It's hard to reach me like my celly is broke. Separated. Most of these niggas just petty and broke. Gotta watch them. Even the one they say they love you the most. He'll kill you, go to your wake, and be hugging your folks. All I could do was just get in my bag. Old paper don't mean nothing. Can't live in the past. And when you get it, make sure you don't spend it too fast. See niggas go from rags to riches, back from riches to rags. Now that's bad. No, that's sad to know you had it. Now your ass back to begging on the half. And that's real facts. Don't be burning down no bridges you can't build back. Cause karma real, nigga. Here's some facts for him. Best part of falling off is knowing who not to deal with when you back on. Well, I'm back on in rare form and my stacks long. Same block I used to trap on, I felt trapped on. Before I pass on, need something that I could pass on. To my youngins, when dad gone, it won't be bad for him. Thinking about my uncle, that crack was really bad for him. Used to be in debt and my mama paid off that tab for him. A good heart, that's a real blessing. But overstepping your boundaries will make me go and grab a real weapon. Your hands out, you gotta chill, brethren. Here's the real lesson. You can't wear a Mary and just be still begging.
Bronx. On Conversation with Zoe. Listen.
It happens just like that.
It happens just like that. Know what I'm saying? I got you warmed up with a couple bars, you know what I'm saying? A little 2 bars, you know what I mean?
Nah, you did your thing. I was shocked though. You know what you doing though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, bro, that was...
You made me want to rap just now.
I love that.
Facts.
I love that. You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? I make rappers want to rap. You heard?
Facts, he definitely did.
You know what I mean? This is good though, because what does rap mean to you?
Rap is just like everything. It's what I like about rap is all the emotions that come with it, the different type of ways it can make you feel. Like you could be in a down mood and put one of your songs on that make you that talks about your situation and get you through it.
Yeah.
Or you could be with the homies and want to just go party, and then you could be in that type of mood. That's why I love it, because it's all feelings. Like whatever feeling, like that's how I make music. Whatever feeling I'm in at the moment, that's what I'm gonna talk about. You know what I mean? So rap is just everything. Rap get people through a lot. You know what I mean? Even in the prisons and all that. Like then when they put them headphones on, they probably feel like they not even there no more.
True.
You know what I mean? And you ain't even gotta be. You could be in your room going through something. When you put them AirPods on, you somewhere else with it. And when you snap out of that, you ready to go attack it a different way. Word.
That's word. Oun-P times Jadakiss New York.
That was a
good record.
That was crazy. First of all, we gonna get into how that started. Remember I told you when I was writing rhymes, listening to the Locks album and all that in 97. So 2011 hit. So like me and my man, shout out to Sonny, we like trying to figure it out. Like I see my nigga Fred the Godson, rest in peace, he all over the radio. So niggas just like, yo, you gotta be next, like you need a record. So I'm like, I know, man, but the way his shit, his production and all that is different. You could tell it was like real professional. So I'm like, me and Sonny like, yo, we gotta find out who's doing that. Like who's producing these joints. And shout out to my homegirl Oun-P. They used to do PMS radio back in the days. Yes. Like she was the photographer. But she was telling me like, yo, you need to holler at Remo the Hitmaker. And that's the dude that was behind Fred's beats and all that. So we went to Fred and them studio, block work, and you know, Sonny gave him the money for the beat. And he like, yo, come back in a day or two. So, you know, I'm in the crib, back in the crib, still figuring it out. Then we get a call. Y'all gotta come to the studio right now. Right now. It's crazy. So I'm like, all right. And then Fred called me. He said, yo, bro, you got one. Hurry up. I'm calling now, I'm hype. I'm like, I gotta hear it. So when we get in there and he plays the What You Talking About joint. Remember that one?
Yes, What You Talking About,
Yeah,
Lloyd Banks,
but this is before all that.
Okay.
It was just the beat and Remo on the hook.
Remo, okay. So
that went crazy. So then I laid my vocals down right there. So now we like, yo, how can we get this out? Like, how we gonna promote this? So like, throw a party and hire a Hot 97 DJ while you performing it. So we got the Lever Lounge up in Harlem. That's the old Cherry Lounge,
yeah, 120 something.
We start putting posters everywhere. Oun-P, they book Fido to come, book Fred to come. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we in there. Then Enough come in and I'm performing it. Mind you, everybody that's in there is with me. So it's 200 people in there. They all with me. I'm performing the joint. Enough made me perform that song at least 8 or 9 times in a row. And it's on YouTube right now.
Wow.
Facts. Go type in Uwe Bash. You could go look at it right now. And the next day, it was on the radio.
Love it.
So it was on the radio for about a week. Enough of them called Sonny. Yo, Lloyd Banks want to get on the record. Sonny called me, yo, send them the beat. Lloyd Banks want to get on the record. I'm like, this nigga lying, bro. I know you lying. Sent them the record. Like 3 days later, Banks sent it back. Wow. I said, holy shit, it's different now. It is different. So now we go up to Sue's Rendezvous. Shout outs to China, my sis China. She was one of the bartenders, well known up there. So we like, yo, fucking Lloyd Banks just got on the joint. So she like, yo, you should get Jadakiss on it. And we like, how?
Yeah.
She said, wait, let me call him. But she called him. This when they was at All-Star Weekend was in Los Angeles that year. So then cause she came back, she said, yo, he said he's gonna do it. He said he heard it on the radio already.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right. Next thing you know, she calls back. He did it. I'm about to send it to you now.
Wow.
And this is right after the G Unit and Locks beef too. So now it's like, all right, the song is out, they playing it, now it's video time. Like, now how are we gonna get these niggas to the video, both of them?
Mm-hmm.
My nigga, they both came to the video shoot.
Wow.
Both of them. First time they probably seen each other after the drama. You know what I mean? That shit was just like a dream, my nigga. Yeah. I still don't even know how that shit happened.
Yeah.
And they got crazy. And then from that, I had a relationship with Kiss. So then a few years later, and I'm doing my tape, and I did the New York record. I'm like, this shit is so crazy. I'm like, yo, I need Kiss on this. So I hit him up. He like, yo, I got you. Send it to me. He hit me back like, yo, I'm going to do it. My man, 3-4 months later has passed. He still ain't do it. My tape about to drop the next day. He sends the verse. Right the day before it came out. I'm like, oh, man, it's lit. And he came to the video, did all that on the arm, no charging. We flew to Miami. We performed New York and Miami together. We performed in the Barclays. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, that's how all that happened. And I want to just say shout outs to my brother Jadakiss. I was just with him the other night in Atlantic City. That's they had the concert and all that. I ain't see him in a minute. But he like, yo, you got to come to the studio. It's time to do another one. So y'all can look forward to another Oun-P and Kiss joint.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely be in the video.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
A lot of this is history for me. Because I'm going back
this
to
is
find it.
My, this my legacy.
So, it's a beautiful thing just to do my homework on you and study somebody I know when I
appreciate that, bro. For real, man. So you definitely different on that journalist tip. I ain't gonna lie. You different. Facts. You made for this.
I appreciate it. Tell us about Fred the Godson.
Fred, definitely. How I met Fred was in a cypher. We was on Cypress. They used to do, shout outs to Terrell Blair, used to do the Hood Life ciphers. So, you know, I'm there waiting to spit my rhyme, and then Fred goes. And I'm just like, who is that? He's going crazy with punchlines back to back. Like, and I'm just like, yo, word? Then I go and he go crazy and he looking at me the same way. Like, from that day on, bro, we was locked in, bro. And this had to be like 2004. You know what I mean? And like, he been in my crib, chilling, you know, the family and all that. I know his family. And it's like, it was love since then. And then it's crazy because when I did the remix with Lloyd Banks and Kiss, and Fred was a big part of that, remember I told you?
Yeah.
And I threw him on that remix too. Remember, he was in the video too.
He was.
Like he was like, when he was like, damn, you for real? You want me on that? And I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, me and Fred was always locked in. And, you know, rest in peace to him, man. That took a real toll on me when that happened, bro. Like, that's so crazy. And he got 2 kids, his wife, like, good people, bro. He come from good people. Yes. And that shit is just so crazy to me, bro. He got a documentary coming out soon. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. And trust me, it's real, bro. It's real.
We definitely gonna be tuned in for that.
Yeah.
You know, God rest his soul.
For sure.
Tell us about MBK and Alicia Keys.
Oh shit. You didn't even know about that part. So this is wow. This is like right before I went to Virginia and all that. Jeff Robinson, that's Alicia Keys' manager. My cousin Victor Black, like they was cool. So Vic used to be like helping Jeff with a lot of stuff with the label, and Alicia Keys was signed to him. Mm-hmm. So you know, he knew I had talent, so he used to bring me up there. And what a lot of people don't know is that he made me and Stack Bundles a group.
Oh, wow.
Facts. It was called Subway Series.
Wow.
Queens and the Bronx. Yeah. And we did like 2 joints. And then like, you know, it got a little, everybody started doing, but me and Stack always stood in contact. Like they had me and him up there. I don't know him, he don't know me. They just said rap. So it was like a mini battle. We went like 15 rounds each in the office. And then they were just like, yo, y'all will sound good together. So then we did like 2 joints. And then after that, you know, we started doing solo stuff. Stack started coming up in his joint and all that. But people don't even know that we was a group before. But I know certain people do know. Like, shout outs to Bino. That's one of Stack Bundles, like childhood friends and all that. And shout outs to Chinks Drugs, too. Rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Chinks. You know, he was around. He knew what it was. Core 2Gs. My Far Rock niggas, man, love. But yeah, MBK they was putting us together. It just never panned out and worked, but it happened.
That's super cool. So everybody always kind of gets to this, but who are your top 5 rappers?
You know, I'm gonna just keep it all the way tall. Big, Jay, Nas, Pun, Kiss.
Love that. That's
Facts. It. And runners up, Big L, for sure. And let me get one more runner up in there. DMX.
Love that. Long live DMX for sure.
Right.
How was your experience? 7-0, Freestyle Friday.
That was crazy. That's like when I really had my first national fame. You know, like that's 8 million viewers every week for 2 months. I ain't know how to act.
You know, it's crazy. I was talking to my moms about this the other day.
Right.
With the way we watch TV,
right.
All of that recording thing came like on demand. That was you had to watch it.
You had to, or you missed it.
Or you missed it.
Facts.
You literally missed it. You could not be in school the next day and you would literally not be in the conversation.
Facts.
That's the topic of conversation.
Exactly. You had to know what was going on. You caught it or you didn't. But yeah, that was crazy. Like I went up there, man. I knew what I was gonna do. Before anybody knew. Like that was like compared to the street battling that I know, like that I came from. I'm like, it's the same thing. I just no cursing.
Yes.
So I knew, like, and then seeing the competition up there and all that, I'm like,
they was food.
Not to just be on some cocky shit, but come on, man. Like that shit was too easy. Every week was easy.
Wow.
And it was good though, cause when I was outside at those times, it was crazy in the streets, and like that showed me that like the type of way you got to be in these streets. Cause trust me, I was a loose goose when that was going down. Like all the fucking bitches is on you. This shit is like, it's easy, bro.
Yeah.
Like you ain't even got to say nothing. But definitely got caught up a few times in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it showed me like that shit. You got to relax, bro. Like. Especially when you got a lady and all that, like that shit. And it taught me how to deal with the fame to this day. You know what I mean? Like to where it calmed me down. I ain't running all wild. We not excited because all the bitches is on it. Not to call them bitches, but you know, that's how I'll give
Figure
it.
Speech.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it taught me a lot at an early time. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm grown now, I know I done been through that already, and I know how to just be cool because I still get the same attention, maybe more now.
Maybe more.
But that was a humbling experience.
How was your experience performing in Fight Club?
Fight Club was crazy. Fight Club was different because it was money on the table. Like I was leaving with hundreds every day, every Monday. It was on Mondays. Every Monday I knew I was leaving with money, except for one Monday when they had me battling somebody named Axel Leon. Shout outs to my bro. I don't know if y'all know who that is. Mm-hmm. That's one of Fred the Godson right hand mans too. Shout outs to Axel. That's my dog. But that's one battle that I know I won, and he even was like, "Nah, you had that," but they gave it to him. But yeah that's what I'm saying. That was the only battle I lost, but he even said I won. You know what I mean? But the people that was running the Fight Club, he was under them.
Yes.
So it was different. Like I had no wins from the jump,
politics.
But they were just so shocked that I came in so crazy. Like, oh, this nigga's crazy, and still had to give it to him because that's they people. But shout outs to Axel for keeping it 100 on that too, though. That's my dog, though. Facts. Fight Club was crazy though, bro. Every Monday, I was in school, so I had school the next day. I'm in there till motherfucking 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, going crazy. But that money was needed.
That's a fact. Did you ever have hoop dreams?
Of course. I used to hoop in high school.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you earlier, like how I used to play ball, and I used to play ball. I used to do good in for that term, and then once ball was over, and I was a killer too in basketball. Like I still got all the newspapers and all that. Like so, we'll show that when the time is right. That's probably for my documentary.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but I used to love basketball. That's what I was doing before rap, and I still like it to this day. I just smoke too much. I can't breathe the same right now.
Yeah. So we got a couple final questions. All right. What would your message to Cortland be?
Message to Cortland? My message to Cortland, everybody on Cortland, to don't think that it's just that. Always work to move higher, to see better. Don't think you just stuck there. Because if you put that work in and you put your mind to it and make a plan and save, you could make it out of there. Don't think you just stuck in there, because a lot of people would just think they stuck there and they can't find a way. I know people there that never even been to Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but just keep your head up, keep working, grind hard, make sure you save, and you'll be able to make it out. Pray too. Pray.
Absolutely.
For real. Prayer works.
It does.
For real.
Prayer in action.
Facts. You got to do both.
Message to your younger self.
Message to my younger self would be stop. Why was you so spoiled? I was spoiled growing up. So like I felt like everybody had to do everything for me. You know what I mean? Like my mom's made sure I was good all the time. All the Jordans, everything. So I really was like one of those kids, like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I wish I would have grew up a little more hungrier. You know what I mean? And a little more independent, disciplined. And I think I would have had a better outcome, but I don't dwell on the past. Like, I don't cry. I'm happy where I'm at right now. And, you know, I'm still here for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of my peers and a lot of my friends ain't here right now.
True.
They in prison. They in the ground. And I would just tell my younger self, man, you should have been more independent and go more hard and stop depending on people.
Yeah.
Word.
Message to the youth.
Message to the youth would be the same thing. Like, not just be independent, but make sure you know what you're doing. Stay in school. You know, school is definitely gonna pan your future out better. And just because you may do this, you do play ball, you do that, still stick to them books, because at the end of the day, when you do finish school, you're gonna have a good job, a good enough job to escape where you grew up at. You know what I mean? And even if you grew up in good conditions, you could have your own good conditions without living under your parents' roof. But just stay in school, stay focused, and whatever you want to be in life, just go hard at it. You can't lose when you go hard and practice every day. You can't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Word.
I know the beautiful thing about our sponsor today, Gabriel's Beloved.
That's this right?
Yeah, right here. I met him when I was talking at his school.
Oh, word?
So my man that I met in grad school, he was teaching at a school in Brooklyn. And he brought me in as like a guest speaker.
Right.
And now, look, he's a 23-year-old man today. I met him when he was 17.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And something that I spoke to him about, he followed.
Right.
Did something for him. So it's cool that we're here today, still alive, still breathing,
Still
working
good.
together.
Yeah, like that's
and
real
seeing
right
each other
there.
grow. I told him the same way you see me grow, I seen you grow.
Right.
And I think part of doing work with the youth is the follow-up. Like, stay consistent. Like,
exactly.
Nobody want to see nobody one time. Like,
Facts.
follow up.
Yeah, keep going, bro. Don't stop. Like, people in my, like, somebody in my shoes probably would have been gave up. Ain't no giving up.
No, there's definitely no giving up.
And make sure you send me the info so I can tag them when I put it on.
100%. 100%. We'll definitely tag you and everything. I always forget to say this, but like, subscribe, comment, make sure you check in. Where can we find you on the socials?
On IG at Ounp1523. Twitter the same thing. Facebook is Oun-P. You know, tap in, man. Hit me up. I try to respond to as much fans as I could, even though it's hard because everybody be hitting me up all crazy. I can't really sit through all of that. But I try, you know, and you never know. I might hit you back. You may need advice. You may need a feature. Who knows what you need. But if I run into it and I'm like mobile at the time, I mean stable at the time, I'll hit you back for sure.
For sure. So what could we see? What's next for you?
Right now we got the Facts 3 album on the way. Shout outs to Facts, my bro Wonder. He produced the whole album. Facts 3 on the way. I got the Built Different EP coming out right after that. I don't know if y'all seen the hoodies. The merch I got in the market. Built Different. Like that's for everybody that been through something and overcame it. You built different. You know what I mean? And I've been through a lot. That's what made me come up with that, and still surviving, still out here moving and shaking. And I just got a contract today, right before I came here, for another battle. So, and that'll be in March. Y'all stay tuned. I can't really say none because there's a lot of NDAs coming up.
Absolutely.
NDAs I gotta sign and all that. So I can't really, but all I can say is I'm battling for sure. And it's URL.
Yeah, oof.
Right.
Shout out to my man Jay Quest.
Right.
Shout out to my man Holly.
Shout outs to Quest. Happy birthday to Quest. It's actually his birthday right now.
You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, my guy. You up next for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? We already spoke about that, and we definitely gonna lock it in.
For sure.
The Bronx, I love you.
Yeah.
Ooh way or no way.
Always.
We out.
Appreciate you, Zo. Love, my brother.
Always love my boy.
All right, respect. You know that. Hell yeah.